Hello everybody, it's me, SpriteVR, and today I'm going to be showing you how to add a base and create your own avatar inside of VRChat that you can use on PC. It's very simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This is for only PC users. This doesn't show you how to optimize for Quest, but if your textures are already compressed and rendered for Quest and your base is meant for Quest, you should be able to follow along and be able to render this for Quest. So this is sort of a multi-platform, but this is mainly meant for PCVR, and you're probably not going to get all the answers you want for the Quest for any Quest users down in the description or in the comments. But if you're a PC user and you want to make your own avatar, well, this will be pretty simple. This tutorial will not show you how to model or rig your own avatar, but will instead show you how to add a base you got from Booth and add clothes and upload it to VRChat. So without further ado, let's get started. Now you could find bases on Booth. Now Booth is going to be where you get your VRChat assets and your bases. So we're going to look up a VRChat base that is really popular right now, and that is Manuka. First, we're just going to search up VRChat, and as you can see, we get a ton of VRChat assets. As you see at the very top, we get Manuka. So we're going to load up a base called Manuka, but as you see, we have popular bases like Kikyo, Celestia, Mama Hinata, and like Kareen. But for this tutorial, we're going to be using Manuka. So as you can see, it's right here. Now, good thing you want to do for bases is to see if they have any prerequisites that make those bases work or just required to work. So we're going to scroll down here. And if you really want to, what you can do is you can translate this to English if you want. So on Google Chrome, you see there's a language setting where you can translate. I'm going to put it to English. And let's look at stuff that we need. So as you see, product description, this requires Littletune or Poyomi. Now Littletune and Poyomi are both material shaders that help it work. Hence why this model sort of has an outline, sort of like an anime character. Both Poyomi and Littletune do this. It's up to preference which one you like, but the most popular, in my opinion, the one that I like best, is Littletune. And if you want to get Littletune, you can get it at booth.pm right here. And as you can see, Littletune is free. Now let's go back to Manuka. Now we're back on Manuka. As you can see, bases are not free. You can't get these for free unless you rip them, and ripping is against TOS and VRChat. So don't rip stuff, please. Now you see, this costs 6,000, but you're not going to be paying 6,000 US dollars for this. This translated into current USD is around $40. If you're willing to drop 40 bucks on Manuka, all you do is add it to cart and then purchase it. Now I've already purchased Manuka, obviously this is what I use for my character, so I'm not going to be showing you how to buy it, but you can buy it. It's pretty simple. It works how you'd expect by adding it to cart. Now as you can see at the top, we have different tags here. I'm going to put it to costume. Now as you can see, we have a ton of clothes here for Manuka or other bases. Let's say I want Urban Tech Obsidian. We're going to click on Urban Tech Obsidian. As you can see, this is what the outfit looks like. And if I like Obsidian, I'm going to buy it. Now as you can see, this comes for different bases. So you have Shinano, Eri, Manuka, Mo, Seo, Mizuki, etc. Or you could just buy the full avatar package. But since I'm only using this for Manuka, I would want to purchase it right here. And 2,300 is translated into $15. So this right here for Manuka is around 15 bucks. Now I already have Obsidian, so I'm not going to buy it again. Now you have the clothes that you want. We're going to go up into Unity, and we're going to start making our project. You're going to need VRChat Creator Companion for this to work. Now for VRChat Creator Companion, once you load it up, you're going to want to make sure that you have Unity version 2022.3.22 F1. And you can install this once you load up VRChat Creator Companion. Now you see, we have the version we need, which is 2022.3.22 F1. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and create a new project. Now I create a new project. You're going to want to go to Unity 2022 Avatar Project. You're going to name this your project name. I'm going to name this Sprite Tutorial. Make sure your project location is where you want it to be, and then press Create Project. So as you can see, we load it in. And I have all these packages, but you're not going to have all of these. You're really going to only have the base SDK and maybe some like the Avatar 3.0 manager and all that stuff. See, the add-ons you're going to need are Gesture Manager, right here. And Gesture Manager, you can actually end up getting right here. And what VRChat Gesture Manager does, it allows you to preview your avatar and your toggles without having to go into VRChat and keep re-rendering your character. So make sure you download it right here. You don't exactly need Avatar 3.0 Manager, but I recommend installing it. We're not really going to be using this in this tutorial here, but I just like using it. Now, Modular Avatar is good if you're using assets that require Modular Avatar. Now, I'm going to add an asset that requires Modular Avatar, so I'm going to add it, and you can get Modular Avatar by looking it up. To get Modular Avatar, just look it up, go to Modular Avatar, and press download using VCC. You're going to allow it to open Creator Companion, and you're going to see that you can add a repository here. All you're going to do is press add, and it's going to add it for you. Now, I already have it, so I'm not going to re-add it, but I'm going to go back to projects, manage project, and inside you're going to see Modular Avatar, and you're going to press the plus button, and it's going to add it to your project. Next thing you're going to need is dressing tools and the dressing framework. Dressing tools is really easy to get. All you're going to do is look up dressing tools, and you're going to see a GitHub link. You're going to click that, go to 2.5.1, press English, and you're going to see install with VCC. You're going to click that. It's going to open Creator Companion, and all you're going to do is press add. But I already have it, so I'm not going to install it again. And now you're going to have the dressing framework and dressing tools. Once you have all your packages installed, we're going to open our project. Now, you just have to wait for Unity to load up your project, and this is going to take a while, so sit back, grab something to drink, or do what you need to do. Now, as you can see, Unity is loaded up. This isn't... What the fuck? Now, as you can see, this is Unity. If you've never used Unity before, it might be a little intimidating at first, and to me it still is, but I know my way around Unity, and this shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to explain to you the basic controls of Unity. Use your right mouse button to look around in your scene. While holding down the right mouse button, use WASD to navigate the scene. If you want to speed up your WASD in your movement, use the scroll wheel. If I scroll it up higher, I go faster. If I scroll it down lower, I go slower. This is good for precise edits. If I want to edit an object, as you can see, this is the moving section. I'm just going to drag these around based on the XYZ plane. I could use these to drag it along a certain plane right here. Pretty easy, and it's not too bad. If you want to rotate, press E on your keyboard, or you can click this button, and you can now rotate your object. If you want to scale your object, press R, and you can now scale your object right here. As you see, it scales along the different planes based on which axis, or I can scale the entire thing by using the gray box. This is the rect tool, but you're not really going to be using it a whole lot, so I don't really, you don't really need to use it. Press Y. This is going to be your transform tool, which it's basically a mix of everything all at once. So it's not too bad. And that's really all you need to know about how to navigate Unity. Press the delete key to delete anything, and that's really about it. So let's get some objects in here. Now let's install our prerequisites. I'm going to extract a little tune and drag in the Unity package file. As you can see, in here we have the installer right here. I'm going to press import for little tune. Just got to let it work its magic. Problem with Unity is it does take a while to do this stuff, but it's not too bad. As you can see, it's going to say you're installing the following packages. You're going to press install, and you're now installing LittleToon, which is your materials. This should be relatively the same experience if you're installing Poyomi. Boom. Easy. Now we have LittleToon. As you see, there's a LittleToon folder. God damn it. We're now going to drag in our gesture manager. which installed as a Unity package. As you see, this is our gesture manager. We're going to press import. It's going to install this package. You're going to go down to gesture manager, and you're now going to drag in the prefab into your scene. And now you have gesture manager. I'll show you how to use this in a second, but first we're actually going to set up our avatar. So now what's left to do is to import our objects. So I'm going to drag in Manuka right here. Now, as you can see inside of Manuka, you're going to have avatar, clothes, and textures. We're going to drag in avatar. I've already extracted this. We're going to want to extract it. Click the file, and you're going to want to drag in manuka.unity package. And you're now importing Manuka. Here it is right here. Press import, and now let it work its magic. Alright, Manuka is now uploaded. We're going to go back to assets, and we're going to double click Manuka. Go to prefab. Now, as you see, there's one with little tune. I'm going to click on it, wait for it to load. And now we're going to drag this into our scene right here. Not like this, but right here. As you see, it now spawns at the origin point, which is 0, 0, 0. And this is our avatar. So now we get to add the fun parts, which is our clothes. Okay, I can't find Obsidian in my downloads at all, so we're literally just going to use a different pair of clothes, but this will still be good for the tutorial. I'm going to drag in the clothes I want, which is Eterno, which is another pair of clothes I bought. And as you can see, we import, and now we're going to press import on Unity package and let it work its magic. Easy. Now, as you see, these are our clothes right here. Eterno. And I'm going to drag it inside of our avatar right here as a child. Boom. Whoa, what's that? If you look, our clothes are clipping inside of Manuka. Now, if we press play, you're going to see that Manuka... Let me move our camera over here. Let me move our camera here. We can take a good look at Manuka because I want to show you guys something. Now, this doesn't always apply to every avatar, but for Manuka, Manuka already comes with a costume slider where you can delete the clothes. As you can see. So since it already has built-in clothing slider, what we're going to do is we're just going to add this to our avatar. We're going to take all the costume items right here. Anything that is the costume, including everything here. So we're going to take the clothing right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to press this button right here. And this is going to hide it in our scene. Now, as you can see, our avatar has the clothes on. But I want to fix this blend shape problem. Now, why are her legs a bunch of sticks? Well, that's because blend shapes are a thing. And the reason why we have blend shapes is because certain times, the body will clip through certain pieces of clothing, and there's no way to fix that except for blend shapes. And what blend shapes do is help hide certain elements that we don't really need, that aren't seen, that will clip into objects. But in this case, our legs are shown. So what we're going to do is we're going to undo these blend shapes. So you're going to go to Manuka body, or whichever your body is on your avatar. So you're just going to go to body, and you're going to go to this part right here. It's probably going to be minimized right here, but you're going to see blend shapes. You're going to open that up, and we now have access to every blend shape this avatar has. Now, if we scroll down, as you can see, there is a setting called shrink stocking. I'm going to minimize that, and all of a sudden, her legs are back. Now, this isn't too bad. It looks good. One thing you're going to want to verify is make sure your legs are not clipping through any of your clothes, and specifically your feet. Now, as you see, our feet are sort of clipping in, so what we're going to do is go up to foot heel. We're going to minimize that, so our feet are now inside the shoes. Now, one thing I want to verify here is I'm going to hide these shoes, and I'm going to look at these stockings. Now, as you can see, these stockings are only one way, so what we're going to do is we're going to put them inside the stockings right here. And one thing I also want to verify is that these socks, what I want to do is I want to see the stockings on base Manuka. As you can see, they are below the feet. And we're going to do the same thing we do with the avatar's foot and minimize foot heel. And all of a sudden, now we're wearing socks. We're going to re-hide the base clothing because we're only editing the ones we're adding. We're going to unhide what we just hid. And now, our stuff is working. Now I'm going to hide the top because the top was already hidden in the first place. So as you can see, we now have the clothes added to the avatar. Now one thing I want to teach you guys, and this is going to be a little weird, but I'm going to teach you guys something about breast blend shapes. Now breast blend shapes are really important because a lot of clothes will be a different size than your character's breasts. So my character's breasts right here, as you can see, are not quite the size as the clothes. And to minimize this, there will be settings like big breasts, normal breasts, or like big breast plus. Big breast plus means if you already have a big breast slider and you want more big breast, you would enlarge it, and all of a sudden you now have big honkers. But we're going to minimize the big breasts, and since my character has smaller breasts than normal, we're just going to go normal breasts, and now it's more form shaped to the character's actual breasts right here. And you can adjust the breasts on the avatar by using breast big right here. Now on most clothes, the blend shapes will shape towards the breasts and have physics, but some clothes won't have that. In this case, Eterno does. So just make sure that your clothes are fitting your avatar's breasts normally instead of just too big or too small, because you don't want your breasts poking out of your clothes. So there you go. You now have clothes on your avatar. But there's a problem here. There's some clothes for avatars that will stick onto your character perfectly and mold to your character perfectly. But as you can see, this isn't the case for Eterno. So we're going to find a way to attach this. Now, how can we do that? Dressing tools. Dressing tools is how we're going to do that. We're going to go up to tools right here on our top. Go to Chocopoi and click dressing tools. As you see, we're going to select and drag an avatar here. And we're going to drag our avatar, Manuka Little Toon, or whatever your avatar is, not the clothes inside. We're going to put it inside of this right here and press start. We now have a cabinet. Cabinet is where you're going to put all your clothes. Go up to cabinet, press Manuka Little Toon. Now I'm going to show you just how to add clothes. I'm not going to give you a full breakdown of dressing tools, but I'm going to show you just the basic on how to get clothes on and off using a toggle. So, menu item name, we're going to name this clothing, or whatever you want to call it. Now, we're going to press add, and now we're adding clothes. If we look at wearable, this is our game object for our wearable. We're going to go up to Eterno Manuka. Boom. Right here. Now we can use a custom name. So instead of this being its name inside of our hierarchy, we're just going to name it Eterno. And we can capture a new thumbnail. We're going to click this. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to. You see, move your scene view to capture your wearable thumbnail. You can do wearable only, but I'm going to turn that off so we can get that in. And you can choose to remove the background, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to press capture. We now have a picture, which will be the icon inside of Gesture Manager when you want to select your clothing. So now we've done that. Now, how do we make this a toggle? It's actually so simple, you're not going to believe this. You're going to scroll down and see Move To. You're going to take your clothing again and put it inside the game object. And this is so simple, it's unreal. All you're going to do is press Add to Cabinet. My character is nude. We're going to really quickly unhide the clothes so our character is not nude. And now, as you can see, our clothing is gone. But what we're going to do is press play. And now we're going to click Gesture Manager. And now we're in the radial menu. Now what we're going to do is go to Expressions. And I'm going to go to Manuka Costume and remove the base clothes here. And what we're going to do now is, as you can see, we have a new toggle called Clothing. You're going to click Clothing, and you're going to see the toggle you've just made. You're going to click Eterno, or whatever clothing you are, and as you can see, We've now added clothes to our avatar that actually stick. You now have clothes on your avatar that can now be toggled on and off very simply. And there you go. You now have an avatar with a toggleable clothes option. Now, I'm going to get into something optional. If you want poses for your avatar, and I highly suggest getting GoGo Loco. GoGo Loco is literally almost necessary if you want a good experience in VRChat when it comes to sitting down, laying down, or just being more natural in VR. To get GoGo Loco, all you're going to do is look up GoGo Loco. You're going to go on the Gumroad, and as you can see, GoGo Loco right here. Name a fair price. You can pay whatever you want for this, but I'm broke, so I'm going to do 0. Press I want this. You're now going to do add a tip. I'm going to press 0 because I'm broke. And you're now going to have GoGo Loco. You can now download it and add it to your avatar. Now, I already have Go Loco, so what I'm going to do is add it with the Unity package. I'm now going to press import. And now we're going to go back to assets, and you're going to see a folder named GoGo. You're going to double click it. Go to GoGo Loco, prefabs. Now you're going to see a folder for VRC Fury. You're not going to need this unless you have VRC Fury installed, but we don't. So instead we're going to go to modular avatar. And if you did what I did, you're going to have modular avatar installed. And I showed you where to get modular avatar. It's super simple. What we're going to do is we're going to add GoGo Loco. You could do either beyond or all. I'm going to do beyond. You're going to drag it into your avatar, and you now have GoGo Loco just like that. We're going to go ahead and press play here, and now we're going to go to Gesture Manager, Expressions. As you see, there's a toggle for GoGo Loco. Now to do poses, you're going to go down to the guy sitting, and you now have sitting on floor, proning. See, we're going to go to prone and lay sideways. And as you can see, we now have pose. And now we can adjust where we are. See, we have sitting, which is awesome, and it's pretty cool. And you can experiment with the settings here in GoGo Loco. I'm not going to show you everything, but it's all here if you want to. There you have it. Now we made our avatar. Now, how do we upload this to VRChat? Well, you're going to go up to VRChat SDK, show control panel, and now you're going to need to log in with your VRChat login. Boom. And now you're logged in. Now you're going to see a world creator status and an avatar creator status. You're going to need to be a trusted user. You're going to need to play enough VRChat to be able to publish worlds and avatars. If you're a new player who literally just started the game and has played maybe like an hour VRChat, you're not going to be able to upload your avatar or publish it. You need to be a trusted user to publish your avatar. Sorry to any new players who are trying to do this. If you are able to publish avatars, that's great. We're going to go over to Builder. As you can see, we have selected avatar. Make sure it's the avatar you just made. You're going to give your avatar a name. So I'm going to name this Manuka Tutorial. And give it a description. This was made for a tutorial on YouTube. And now you have content warnings, so if your avatar is sexually suggestive, you can click that, or if it has adult language themes, graphic violence, excessive gore, extreme horror, etc. Visibility, private, if you're making a private avatar and you don't want people to clone it in private or in public rooms. I usually do private because I don't like my avatar being cloned. Or you can do public, and this can be uploaded to VRChat servers for people to find on like avatar search or to clone in servers. For now, I'm just going to do private. Actually, I'm going to do public. And you're going to select a thumbnail now. So I'm going to go ahead and either capture from scene or select a new thumbnail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select a thumbnail. I'm going to just add an old banner right here. And now we have some validations. Anything that says autofix, just go ahead and do it. It's not that hard. And don't worry about all this red. This is just optimization problems, which we're not going to worry about. But it's good if you're trying to optimize your avatar. Just know that most Quest users just won't be able to see your avatar if this stuff is red, which is most times. But once you press autofix on everything, you're going to select your selected platform. For me, it's Windows, or you can do Android or new iOS. I'm going to leave this on Windows, which is PC. But if you're building for Quest, you're going to press Android. You're going to see this build section, offline testing. We're not going to worry about this. Instead, we're going to do online publishing. You're going to do this information private is above and accurate. Whatever. You're now going to press build, and publish. You're now going to put a file name. I'm going to do Manuka Tutorial and press save. You are now building your avatar, and it's now uploading to VRChat servers. If nothing is wrong, it should upload perfectly. And boom, upload succeeded. Your avatar is now on the VRChat website. As you can see here, this is our avatar, and it's now in VRChat. So now, let's hop into VR and see our avatar in action. Alright, now as you guys can see, I'm in my regular avatar, but now I'm going to load up the avatar I just uploaded. What you're going to want to do is go into your avatar section. You're going to see a section called Uploaded. You're going to click that, and you're going to see your avatar. I'm now going to load into it. As you see, I'm now loading into the avatar, and boom. Now, as you guys can see, I'm now the avatar we just uploaded. So now we're going to see if our clothes work, and boom, we now have a turn-up. Now, as you guys can see, we're now in our avatar, and the clothing works. Very cool. So there you guys go. That is how to add a base you got from Booth and add some clothes and upload it to VRChat. So there you go. Now you have your own custom avatar inside of VRChat. Very cool. If you guys want more videos like this, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I might do more in the future. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.